With the Philadelphia Eagles just a couple of steps away from a second Super Bowl title, well, let's talk to a legendary Eagle from the late 1970s. Heck, they made a movie about this guy. It is the invincible one himself, Vince Papale. Vince, how you doing, man?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I'm back in Philly. I come in from Jupiter. Just got in town. You can feel the energy already. And I let me tell you right off the bat, I was 1 year away from that Super Bowl in '80. But I'm so glad that it's somebody different than the Cowboys. I'm just so sick of that Eagles Cowboy thing, and it would be all about the rivalry. It'll be all about Dak. Now we've got some fresh talent coming in, and we got Brock, and we got the tight end, we got the running. I mean, it's going to be really a great matchup and pretty cool. And it's nice to have the West Coast, East Coast going. So I'm really excited. Can't wait. I'm going to be there on Sunday. Yeah.
You mentioned you're in from Jupiter. We should mention that's not the planet, but Jupiter, Florida, right?
Well, some people think I came from Jupiter because I think I played a couple too many games without a helmet. But no, yeah, I'm in Jupiter, Florida. There's so many, that's all golf there. It's amazing. I just left 82 degrees, but it's okay. I'll take it anytime because I'm in town with the Eagles, and I'm so excited about our team.
Vince, I wanted to talk to you this particular week for a couple of reasons, multiple reasons, actually. I mean, you're always a great guest. And like the rest of us, you're excited about what's happening with this Eagles team. You and your daughter, Gabriella, recently debuted a podcast, which we will talk about. And this fact, the last time we had you on Philly Pressbox Radio, believe it or not, was exactly 5 years ago, January 24th, 2018. And we know what happened a week and a half later, the Birds winning that first Super Bowl. So let's see if we can get a repeat performance of that. Vince, first of all, how much fun are you having watching this 2022-23 Eagles team?
Well, it's pretty cool. First of all, you mentioned 2018. And, some really good moves having been made by guys that were holdovers from that team. And then, they've done a tremendous job in picking up. And finally, they got a good draft, and Jalen, certainly, he's been around for a couple of years. You can see him now beginning to flourish. He's getting real comfortable reading defenses and understanding the pre-snap look and those kinds of things. And ironically, Gardner Minshew, his backup, is living right here in this house that I'm doing this podcast from in Queen Village, Philadelphia, which is my house. And he and Vinny were friends from way back when he graduated from college because they trained together down in Boca Raton. So it's pretty exciting. So, but it's really fun to watch and to see these guys, and the just the excitement, the attitude. And there's a bunch of guys on that team that you can really like. You can attach yourself to. But I'll tell you what. I had to bring this out. I knew it was going to come. We talk about it. There it is. That's my replica of my favorite Philadelphia Eagle. And it's not a running back, quarterback line. It's a lineman. It's the center, man. He makes it all happen.
Jason Kelsey approved of that, I'm sure. Hey, what do you think of the Birds wide receivers, these guys, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown?
Well, there's nobody better. You've got two 1,000-yard receivers. And Avante, I just, when he first came in, he's pretty skinny and all, but man, he's a hitter. He's tough. He gets the job done. And AJ, he's got a pedigree, and maybe it's got to calm down a little bit when he's not seeing the ball. You don't want anything to happen there, but man, those two talents. But I'll tell you what really makes that work, and what makes those guys work, because you cannot pass up on our tight ends, especially Dallas Goedert. And just to, with a tight end that San Francisco has, and Goddard, it's not a matchup, but it's going to be so much fun watching them. And you can just see the offenses and the running game. And I really think Dallas is the key to our offense aside from Jalen. And, of course, the offensive line, which is so very important to make that. You got to get that running game going, though. And that's why San Francisco is so valuable and so dangerous, because of McCaffrey and what they've got going there. And they believe. See, that's the key. They've got that attitude, and that's what the Jags had when they got to where they were going. And the Eagles had that, lost it a little bit, but I think they got it back now after this Giants game. That was an impressive win. And I came in thinking that the Giants had no weaknesses, and the Eagles exposed everything that they had. And, man, you got to feel good about their chances this weekend.
I feel good about them. You've been watching the playoffs, I'm sure. How good is the 49ers team with a last man drafted quarterback? and they're going to be in Philly this Sunday. What is the atmosphere going to be like at 3:00 Sunday afternoon at the Link?
Well, it's going to be half crazy, I'll tell you that. There'll be plenty of time for them to tailgate when they open up at 8. The Eagles have me going having some real fun because I'm going to be going out at 11:30 in a golf cart with all the tailgaters, and
Nice.
then I'll be at the Hyundai Club. If anybody's going to the game and watching this, I'll see you either out on the in the tailgates, and I'll see you at the Hyundai Club from 1 to kick to 2 to kickoff. But it's going to be just so much fun to see this great talent. And you talk about Purdy coming in. Is that one of the best stories in the NFL this year? It's just a classic. This is fresh. This is exciting. This is new. And we'll see how Jalen handles the pressure because, everybody's going to be looking at him as well.
I'll get your predictions later in this chat for the 2 Sunday games. But something else that's pretty cool, you and your daughter Gabriella recently started a podcast together, Gabbing with Invincible. And in the debut episode, you talked about all sorts of things beyond football, including your family.
And I think that also probably molded you into the dad that you are today, because you rarely go a day without telling us that you love us at least once or twice a day.
Well, it is, and every phone call, every text, whatever it is. And to me, it means a lot.
That's
well,
cool.
they're my why. You wonder, through your journey of life, why do you do what you do? Why do you take risks? Why do you go to the extra measure? Why are you willing to pay the price? And I got this great quote, and this is where it all comes from my high school coach, George Corner at Interboro High School. When I was trying out for the team at 30, said, happy are those who dream dreams and are willing to pay the price to make their dreams come true. And this is why I look at my son, Vinny, he's playing in the USFL, be with Memphis this year. His dream is to play in the NFL. Gabriella's was to do what she was going to do. She wanted to get into broadcasting. Now she's doing it. And we know when I was a kid and in our neighborhood, love wasn't the word. But now, I just challenge everybody out there, when they have whatever it is and what drives them to do what they do every day. It's very simple. It's my family. It's my wife, Janet, who's my rock. I met her 30 years ago, and, I was on the top of Everest, and I had slid down. And when I met Janet, she brought me right. I'm not ever going to be on Everest again, but she together we team up, and we've got these 2 beautiful kids, Gabby and Vinny, and I'm so excited. But this podcast is going to be really cool because I can mention a few names that are obvious, but it's out there. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's on YouTube, and first step, it's out there right now, so it's easy to find.
Yep, there it is, Gabbing with Invincible. I found it on YouTube, and it was a lot of fun.
So
definitely check that out.
It's really Gabbing, Gabbing with Invincible.com. Mm-hmm. So she's a millennial. I'm the old dog that every once in a while can be taught a new trick. I'm the boomer, so it'll be fun. Got some great guests lined up and some big name guests. It's going to be a great time to do this.
I look forward to checking it out for sure. Hey, Vince, since we last talked with you, a couple of things happened that I wanted to ask you about. Not only did you lose a sister, my condolences on that, you also lost a former teammate and a great friend, this guy, Denny Franks. We had him on the show once. What a super upbeat guy he was.
Oh, you know what? It's so funny. I was flying in on the flight yesterday. Not funny. It was tragic because Dennis, my best friend, my soulmate, my roommate, my everything, my kid's godfather, I love him. He's my brother that I didn't have, my brother from another mother. Look at him there. So I'm flying in American from West Palm Beach Airport down here to Philly, and I look for movies, and God darn if Invincible's there. And I started seeing the movie, and the first time I saw 53 in the movie, I broke down because it's the first time I've seen the movie since his death, which was in October 2 years ago. And, he was just so special. And I could not have been a Philadelphia Eagle without him. We did it together. In the movie, he was a little bit of an antagonist in the beginning, then a protagonist. But throughout, in real life, since 1976, 1975, when we were doormen together and we hated each other at Fran O'Brien's nightclub in Philly, we were the best of friends. That picture is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's called The Last Laugh. And Denny and I have a book, and it's in Amazon called Last Laugh from Vision to Victory. So that's my man, Dennis.
Yeah, that is a great picture for sure.
What a great teammate.
Now, the other thing, something much more positive, your former Eagles coach and still good friend today, Dick Vermeil, went into the Hall of Fame. I was out there in Canton last year for it, finally in there. I'm sure that made you feel pretty good.
Oh my God, so special. And when we got the invitation from Coach for us, the family, to come in, and we came in. Gabby was coming from here. I was coming from there. We all got together. We all got together in Pittsburgh with all the flights going in, and then we drove in from Pittsburgh to Canton. We were there for it, and I never could have been more proud to have seen Dick Vermeil up there and be with all my teammates. And then, what was really cool, Chad, is afterwards they had a party with all the guys from the Rams and all the guys from the Eagles that were there. There were about 100 of us. You talking about it was great. It was a good time. But Coach Vermeil, man, I was watching the movie and I'm thinking Greg Kinnear yesterday and how well Kinnear did it. But, Dick Vermeil and Carol Vermeil and the family, and we're so close, we're attached to them. To give me that opportunity, that shot, it still blows my mind. The fact I'm talking to you saying I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle, it's Dick Vermeil. He gave me that shot. But he has a great saying. He said, when you get the shot, you better be ready for it, baby. And I was ready. Let me tell you, I was ready. That was so cool.
What a great guy. We've had him on the show a couple of times also.
He never stopped.
Hall of Fame last year.
Never stops learning. He never stops learning.
I know.
Yeah, he's the best.
Still going strong. Hey, you got something going on this Saturday. I know you like old cars, antique cars, and new cars, and you're going to be at the Philadelphia Auto Show at the Pennsylvania Convention Center in Philly. What do you got going on there?
Well, I'm really excited for a couple things. First of all, I'm representing Faulkner Buick GMC and my buddy Pat Duffy. So they called, and I had done it a few years ago. So the black ties at the auto show. That's Friday night, and then Saturday I will be there somewhere on the floor signing autographs from 1 to 3 for Faulkner Buick GMC. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be pretty cool. And I'm going to be doing a pep rally on one of the Philly networks on Friday morning out of Chickies. Nice. So a lot of stuff going on, and hitting the Flyers game tonight. I'm going all Philly the whole time.
Oh, it is going to be a fun week in and around Philly for sure. All right, your predictions, Vince. A couple of games on Sunday. You got Kansas City taking on Cincinnati. The Bengals are suddenly becoming more of a favorite than Chiefs, I think. And then, of course, the Eagles and 49ers at the Link. Who you got in those two games?
Well, the Bengals, I'm looking for the Bengals. I just like the Bengals. It's nothing against the Chiefs, but I just know this whole team and the character around him and Joe Burrow. Just, let's go again and see what they can do. And I see them being in the Super Bowl against those Eagles. It's going to be close. I see it 4 or 5 points, but it could come down to that field goal. Who knows? But the Eagles with the fans and just the travel, everything else. I think that's and the talent. I mean, the Eagles, that game against the Giants, I didn't see too many weaknesses if I saw any. Everybody's back healthy. It's good to get it's good to get to 65 back in there, So and the offensive line is intact. So I see the Eagles. It's going to be close, but it's going to be the Birds.
Vince, this has been a blast, as I knew it would. Thanks so much for making a return visit to Philly Pressbox Radio. Enjoy these next several days in Philadelphia.
Appreciate it, Chad. It's going to be great. Hey, man, it's a Philly thing, and it's also a family thing. And great to be a part of the Philadelphia family. Thank you so much.
Go Birds.
Yeah, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly.